So Art Las Cañas also mentioned na ito nga, yung drug war was conducted in a very similar way doon sa sabi nilang DDS at the time when the mayor was still mayor of Davao City. Yun ang sinasabi niya in his interviews and in his testimony before the Senate before. Narinig niyo po ba?
Narinig po sinasabi niya, Mr. Chair.
Na yung mga nasa lista daw ay either eliminated or killed or forever disappears. Na nag-testify siyang parang ganon. Narinig niyo po ba?
Narinig po na sinasabi niya, Mr. Chair.
Ni Art Las Cañas. Sa tingin niyo po, in your personal opinion, may involvement ba si Art Las Cañas sa DDS na sinasabi niya?
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now as
Narinig ko lang
CIDG,
po sinabi niya.
as CIDG chief na sa Region 11, can you say for a fact na walang DDS na grupo na nag-ooperate in Davao City?
During my time, 2016, wala po akong na...
Wala. How about prior to that?
witness,
Have you heard na merong ganun?
Meron lang ako naririnig kasi may investigation po nung mga previous years po prior to 2016, Mr. Chair.
GM Garma, a while ago you were asked kung kailan ka po na-assign sa PCSO. When was this? November 18, 2018?
I think July 15, Mr. Chair, 2019.
Okay. You started July 2019?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
July 2019, oo. And sinabi mo rin kanina sa committee na to that the reason why you stopped the gaming products that are listed on the PCSO was because nalulugi ang gobyerno. Is that correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, nalulugi ang gobyerno. So, aside sa pinatigil mo po yung mga games, what did you do?
Mr. Chair, I reviewed all the contracts and there were illegal transactions like waivers, which is not allowed under, kasi may mga COA findings po. And then there are reductions of monthly GMMRR from STLs that are board resolution lang po and then na-implement without any contract or without cancellation of the previous contract. And these are almost half of the original income that should go to government.
To the government. Yeah.
So, yung iba din po ay hindi nagbayad. And I think this is more than 5 billion pesos when I assumed the position, Mr. Chair.
My co-chair is asking, what do you mean by GMMR?
The guaranteed monthly retail receipt. That is the guaranteed monthly sales that supposedly, quota, kumbaga,
Okay.
in layman's term, is the monthly quota
Okay.
of all STLs, Mr. Chair.
Chairman, Colonel Garma, I just wanted to show a annual revenue from gaming products from 2016 up to 2023. Can we kindly show the graph? Yan. Okay. Okay. Chairman Garma, GM, I want you to realize that noong 2016, ang kinita po ng PCSO is 39.5 billion. Noong 2017 po, ang kinita po ng PCSO sa annual products sila is 52.9 billion. Noong 2018 po, 63.5 billion. Noong 2019, nung dumating po kayo, naging 44 billion. Nag-down po ng 19 billion. At nung nakaupo na po kayo hanggang 2020, 18.6 billion na lang ang naging kita ng PCSO. Noong 2020, bumaba tayo ng 45 billion. At noong 2021, kukumpara mo siya ng 2018, bumaba tayo ng 20 billion. At noong 2022, nung kayo po ay umalis na, bumaba pa rin po tayo ng 6 billion. So, kanina sinasabi mo, the reason why pinatigil mo ang mga gaming products because bumababa ang kita ng gobyerno. Bumaba tayo ng 90 billion sa panahon ng panunungkulan mo. From 2016 to 2018, show the graph again, hindi bumaba. Hindi bumaba ang kita ng PCSO. 2016, 2017, 2018. Pero dumating ka, bumaba ng 19 billion, 2020, bumaba ng 45 billion, 2021, 20 billion, 2022, 60 billion, 6 billion. Why is that so?
Yeah, true, Mr. Chair, sa 2019, records would show naman talaga may pandemic noong 2019 na suspend yung game for a few months. So walang gaming lahat po. So walang kita si PCSO. And then pagpasok po na 2020 was pandemic. And then 2021, we are recovering kasi on and off, may palaro, mayroon mag-close kasi may ma-COVID. So hindi po stable talaga lahat. So yan po yung naging challenge po ng 2020 and 2021. And during those time po, may mga products na rin po kami na expired na po yung contract at the board decided not to renew the games anymore. So yun po yung nangyari kaya po bumaba.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo,
But-
wait. Ang tanong ko sa iyo, sa loob ng termino mo, 3 taon, 70 bilyon na nawala sa atin, considering na meron ng pandemic. But during pandemic, during 2019, at bumalik na siya ng 2020, is it just proper to justify that 90 billion? Sabihin na natin 40 billion na nawala, sabihin na natin 50 billion na nawala. Pero still, yung pagbaba ng koleksyon ng PCSO under your leadership, hindi tama eh. Ang dami na walang pera. Now, ngayon, ang tanong ko sa iyo, Chairman, GM, okay. So, during the time that you have a bad relationship with your former husband, di ba? Si Colonel Villela.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Si Colonel Villela, do you have what kind of relationship do you have with him after your annulment?
It was only lately that we became civil after I finally forgiven him 100%, Mr. Chair.
When was this na naging civil kayong dalawa?
Mga 2017 or 18, mga ganun
2018.
po. O 16.
So in other
Not
words,
sure.
you are in speaking terms already.
Yes, for the sake of the
Yes.
child, Mr.
Andiyan ba
Chair.
si Colonel Villela? I think we have invited Colonel Villela. Andito ba? Si Colonel Villela? The former husband of, Wala. So we'll be inviting him over, no? To be a part of this hearing, Mr. Chair, no? After your retirement, GM, were you able to save something for yourself and for your child?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, do you think it's sufficient enough to have a decent living?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Are you familiar with the Pinoy Beats bar and restaurant in America? The 6 restaurants, Pinoy Beats Bar and Grill sa Las Vegas, sa downtown LA, sa Los Angeles. Are you familiar with these restaurants?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
You're familiar? Do you have an association with these restaurants?
No, Mr. Chair.
Why are you familiar with this?
Kumain na po ako dyan, Mr. Chair.
Kumain ka na?
Yes, Mr.
oo.
Chair.
And do you know a certain Lauro Calonso?
Mr. Chair?
Do you know Lauro Calonso?
Lauro Alonso?
Yes. Do you know him?
I don't know the name. If I can see the face, Mr. Chair, perhaps.
Sige, I will be posting it in our Andiyan ba si Villela? Wala nga daw eh. I'm asking for the presence of Colonel Villela. So we will be inviting over, no? Because this is your former husband, am I correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes. And this is him as well, right? In the Pinoy Beats, together with a certain Chris Hero. You know Chris Hero?
Maybe sa mukha lang po, Mr. Chair, but sa
Okay.
names, I'm
warning
very
you,
poor on
We're
names, Mr.
warning
Chair.
you, be
Yes.
truthful.
Yes,
no?
Mr. Chair.
Because we are not showing yet others, no? We're just trying to establish muna yung ownership, no?
Yes, sir.
So, anyway, do you know a certain Nolasco Merluza? Nolasco Merluza.
I'm not familiar of the name. Maybe
Have
kung
you been
makita
with
ko
him?
pong,
Have you been with him? Yes or no?
kung makita ko po mukha, pwede ko pong maalala, Mr. Chair, but names, I'm very poor on names, Mr. Chair.
Ito na, sinasabi ko sa iyo, ayan, no? Si Kai Calonzo, kilala mo? Si Larry Calonzo, kilala mo? Yes or no?
Kaya,
Kilala mo, yung may-ari ng, Noy Pits, yung restaurant. Yes or no? Dali. May pakikita ako sa iyo. Kilala mo, yes or no?
perhaps na-meet ko, Mr. Chair, but
Nakilala
I cannot
mo.
recall. Oh, yes, Mr.
Yes.
Chair. Perhaps, Mr. Chair, but
Kaya
I
huwag ka na
cannot recall.
magsinungaling eh.
Yes.
Kasi nga nakikita naman namin dito, andito na nga, galing sa United States. Ha? Andito na po yung mga sa State of California, yung mga pangalan nila. Ha? And, of course, we will establish that. Don't worry. We will reach that. Now, tanong ko sa iyo, GM, you know a certain Loretta Villarta Grear? Yes.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Pangalan niya Lot Lot, correct?
Yes, Mr.
Yes.
Chair.
So si Lot Lot, trusted mo siya, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
Yes,
Chair.
trusted mo siya. May I invite SPO for Loretta Villarta Grear on the next hearing, Mr. Chairman? Active pa ba siya?
Retired na po, Mr.
Retired na siya.
Chair.
How about Lieutenant Colonel Barondog? Do you know this guy?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Yes, and as a matter of fact, he was ambushed together with his wife, Yvonne, di ba?
Yes, Mr.
During the
Chair.
time that you were the head of
Yes,
the
Mr. Chair.
Davao. Davao ba yun? Davao, Cebu. Cebu. Yes, Cebu. Okay. Itong si Yvonne, Barondog, ano siya? Is he a politician, public servant, barangay captain?
W-
Is she a
Well,
barangay captain?
When I met her, she was the barangay. She was
Correct.
the barangay
She was a
captain.
barangay captain of Calamba.
Yes, Mr.
Correct. Doon sa tinatawag nating Cebu Hilltop. Tama? Do you have a property in Hilltop?
Chair. None, Your Honor.
Are you sure?
Yes, Your Honor.
You're under oath.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wala sa pangalan mo.
Wala, Mr. Chair.
Yun, wala sa pangalan mo. Nasa iba. Tama?
No, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Right. So, do you have a former boyfriend from the province of Laguna? A politician?
Laguna?
Yes. Wala.
Wala, Mr. Chair.
Are you sure? Again.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
All right, sige. I'm just asking you, para at least, Mr. Chairman, the reason why I'm asking the relationship, medyo meron lang tayong, hindi lang muna natin divulge, but of course, in the right time, we will. Do you have a property in Santa Maria, Laguna?
None, Your Honor.
None.
Wala po.
kang kalahating bundok na pag-aari mo sa Santa Maria, Laguna?
Wala po, Your Honor.
Okay, I will check it out. I'm from Laguna. Rest house sa Bulacan?
Bulacan?
Yes. Wala rin.
Wala po akong rest
Alright.
house sa Bulacan, Mr. Chair.
How about a house in Hawaii?
Wala din po, Mr.
Okay,
Chair.
wala din. Alright. So, nung nasa PCSO ka, nag-away kayo ni Sandra Cam. Am I correct?
It's a love and hate relationship, Mr.
Love and
Chair.
hate relationship.
As a
And what's the
board
reason
member
why
ng
you have a
GM.
love and hate relationship with Sandra Cam?
Mr. Chair, sometimes we we have different opinions,
On
Mr.
what?
Chair.
Different opinions on what?
On some concerns of
What is
PCSO.
this concern? Like what?
An example,
Oh, what?
minsan po sa STL,
Oh, why?
Ah,
Why on STL?
when we formulated the IRR, we have different opinions, Mr. Chair, on matters pertaining to waivers, whether it is illegal or legal. So we have different opinions on that matter.
Was this issue of love and hate relationship reach the Senate?
No,
Yes or no?
I don't remember, Mr. Chair, na
In the House
meron
of
po.
Representatives?
Hindi rin po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi kayo nagkaroon ng hearing
Hindi po.
sa Senate? You are lying, ha?
No, hindi po ako.
You are lying.
Ang,
But
Mr.
this issue reached the Senate committee. Am I correct?
I,
Napag-usapan ba ito sa committee? Hindi. Your love and hate relationship with Sandra Cam, does it reach the Senate committee on games?
I cannot recall, Mr. Chair, that we reached the Senate. I
Hindi
think
mo
it was
ma-recall
the
na
other general manager and chairman, Mr. Chair, but not me.
So,
Mr.
hindi ikaw
Chair.
yun?
I think it's not me. We
Are you
never
sure?
reached the Senate. Yes,
Sige,
Mr.
I will
Chair.
check the records on this, ha? Because I haven't watched that
Yes.
that issue yet. But
Yes.
I'll be trying to find out if this issue of the Sandra Cam and you really exists in the hearing of the Senate or even here in the House of Representatives. So, in other words, Mr. Chairman, the reason why I tackled that issue because may kinalaman po ito doon sa pagtaas at pagbaba ng pondo ng PCSO that was tackled by the members and the directors of the PCSO when GM Garma was the head of that agency. Just come to think of it, it's only during her time na bumaba. Sabihin na natin that pandemic, but 90 billion lost to the government? Why and how? Di ba? So, Madam Chair, I will be... Madam Chair, sorry. Mr. Chair, I wanted to reiterate my invitation to SPO for Loretta Villarta Grayar alias Lotlot, si Lieutenant Colonel Barondog ng Class 2007 PNPA, and also Colonel Villela must be invited over, and also soon, Mr. Chairman, I'll be inviting over also those owners of these restaurants and at the same time, yung po mga minention ko po mga properties. For now, Mr. Chairman, I'll be yielding my time to the others who wanted to interpolate. And thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Comsec, please take note of the names that the committee will invite in the next hearing on the subject matter of extrajudicial killings.
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, before we proceed with the other interpreters, let me ask if the BID and the DFA is present. BID? BID? Wala. DFA, wala. Mr. Chairman, let me move that the COMSEC is directed to communicate with the BID and DFA with regards to possible travel of Mr. Harry Roque because this committee has already cited him in contempt, and we need to inform the BID and the DFA with regards to possible travel of Mr. Harry Roque from the Philippines to other country. So move, Mr. Chairman.
Is that a motion, Congressman Paduano?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. Since BID and DFA is not present, again, let me reiterate that I move to direct the COMSEC to communicate ASAP to the BID and the DFA, Mr. Chairman, with regards to the travel of Mr. Harry Roque. Please, so move, Mr. Chairman.
There is a motion to direct the committee secretary to coordinate with the BID as to the possible travel of Attorney Harry Roque. Is there any second? Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the motion is carried. Before we proceed with the next interpellator, please allow the chair to recognize Congressman Gus Tambunting. Welcome to the Committee Congressman Tambunting. The next interpellator is Congressman Jay Kung Hoon. You are recognized.
Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. Maaari ko po bang iparating ang aking katanungan kay Colonel Leonardo?
Please proceed.
Maraming salamat. Magandang hapon po, Colonel Leonardo.
Magandang hapon po, Mr. Chair.
Kumusta po kayo?
Mabuti po.
Colonel Edilberto Leonardo, base po sa inyong naging mahabang karera, kayo po ay humawak ng mataas na posisyon sa ating pamahalaan. Currently, kayo po ay NAPOLCOM Commissioner na appoint po noong February 2022, at meron po kayong fixed term na 6 na taon. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Sino pong nag-appoint sa inyo sa posisyong ito?
Previous administration po.
Sino po?
Former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, Mr. Chair.
Bago po kayo naging commissioner ng NAPOLCOM, kayo po ay naging regional chief of the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group, CIDG, in Davao Region. Tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Sino rin po ang nag-appoint sa inyo sa posisyon pong ito?
The Chief PNP during that time, Mr. Chair.
Sino po siya?
I'm not sure, Mr. Chair. First week of July, Mr. Chair, when I was appointed as Regional 11 CIDG, Mr. Chair.
Okay.
I'm not sure kung nakaupo na po si Senator Bato po no, na Chief PNP, Mr. Chair.
Okay po. Narinig niyo po ba, Colonel Leonardo, yung sinalaysay nila Leopoldo Untalantan at Fernando Magdadaro tungkol sa pagpatay ng 3 Chinese drug lord noong August 2016? Naka-assign ka po sa Davao kasi noon. Narinig niyo po ba yon?
May I be clarified, Mr. Chair? Ano po yung particular na narinig po? No.
Yung pagpatay sa Davao ng 3 Chinese drug lord noong August 2016 dahil naka-assign po kayo sa Davao noon.
Nalaman ko po kasi itong namatay na mga Chinese drug lord sa ano lang po. Itong napapanood ko sa TV at saka nung nagbanggit-banggit na po sila, Mr. Chair.
Napanood nyo lang po sa TV?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Kasi po, napakalapit po ng inyong opisina sa Davao Prison Penal Farm dahil kayo po ay nasa Davao City noon at naka-assign sa Camp Sergeant Quintin M. Mercedito. Tama po ba?
Mr. Chair, sa ano po ako? Davao City Police Office located in San Pedro, Davao City, Mr. Chair.
Hindi po kayo nakaano sa Sergeant Quintin Mercedito, Buhangin, Davao City, noong panahon na yon?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Noong 2017, na-assign kayo bilang commander ng Manila Police District. Tama po ba?
2015 po, Mr. Chair.
Hindi po ng 2015 kayo na-assign. Hindi po ng 2017.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, na-assign po ba kayo sa kahit anong detachment sa Metro Manila?
Na-assign po ako as station commander ng Station 10 and Station 2, Mr. Chair.
Kailan po yun?
2015 to 2016 July, Mr. Chair.
July. Okay. Nung kayo po yung nag-retiro, ano po ang ginawa niyo pagkatapos niyo po mag-retire?
Nag-retire, I opted to retire because in view of my appointment as Undersecretary, Mr. Chair.
Undersecretary po. So kayo po ay naging USEC for Protected Areas and Special Concern at the Department of Environment and Natural Resources. Tama po?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Pero po noong September 17, 2020, bago po yun, kayo po ay na-appoint, no? Bilang USEC for Protected Areas and Special Concerns. Ano po yung trabaho na inyong opisina doon?
Marami po, Mr. Chair. I conduct executive visitation sa mga protected areas po. And then we're trying to create a concept that would further protect yung ating mga protected areas, Mr. Chair.
Pero po bago kayo naging director, no? Bago kayo naging USEC, naging director ka muna ng Biodiversity Management Bureau, tama po ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Ano po ba ang trabaho nito?
BNB, to manage the operations of the Biodiversity Management Bureau, and mostly policy and guidelines in support to the regional offices po ng DNR, Mr. Chair.
Colonel, ano po ang natapos po ninyo sa inyong pag-aaral?
I graduated bachelor po. Meron po akong PhD sa Leadership and Management. Meron din po akong master degree sa Educational Management. Meron din, and I graduated in the PNPA, Mr. Chair.
Colonel, napakalayo po ng expertise ninyo. Ang expertise po ninyo is military, peace and order. Ano po bang kinalaman nito sa pagkaka-appoint ninyo bilang sa Department of Environment and Natural Resources?
As a person, ako po ay I think hindi po kailangan na maging expert doon sa isang bagay para po makatulong sa pagprotekta ng ating environment, Mr. Chair.
Katulad po nito, kayo po ay naging director ng BMB. Ang primary charter ng BMB is under the Department of Natural Resources, ay responsible for conservation and sustainable management of the country's biodiversity. Kilala niyo po ba ang director ngayon ng BMB, si Director Marcial Armaro Jr.?
Hindi po familiar sa akin.
Ipakikilala ko po siya. Si Director Amaro ay isang registered professional forester, ay may iba't ibang awards sa field niya. May master's siya sa public management, may graduate diploma sa agricultural economics from abroad. Pero kayo, sir, napakalayo po ng inyong pinag-aralan sa biodiversity management. Kaya nagtataka po ako kung paano kayo na-appoint ang naging USEC, napakalayo po ng inyong pinag-aralan sa DNR. Tingin po ninyo, ano pong dahilan kaya ba't po kayo na-appoint sa DNR?
Yung pong mga posisyon na yun ay nangangailangan po ng experts sa leadership and management, to which I think qualified naman po ako kasi
Mr. Chair, can I request the resource person speak a little bit louder and nearer to the mic?
Yes, Mr. Sorry po.
Go ahead
Kung
po.
pakiulit lang yung sagot.
Ako po ay may PhD naman po sa Leadership and Management. And I think to hold that position, honestly think that I am qualified to handle such position, Mr. Chair.
Sino po ang nag-appoint sa inyo sa posisyon na yan?
Former General Simato, Mr. Chair. Former DNR Secretary Simato, Mr. Chair.
Sa pag-upo niyo po bilang USEC ng DNR, sino po nag-appoint sa inyo?
Si former President PRRD po, Mr. Chair.
Kung ganon, bakit po tingin ninyo na kayo ang napili ni Presidente Duterte para sa posisyon na yon?
Baka po nakita niya na pwede naman po siguro akong humandle ng posisyon na yun, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po alam. Hindi ko po masabi. Bakit?
Kasi po kanina, kay Colonel Garma, napakalayo po ng pinag-aralan din ni Colonel Rina Garma at na-appoint po siya na PCSO. Ang tingin ko po, ang number one qualifications ni Colonel Rina Garma, kaya siya na-appoint sa PCSO, is yung closeness niya sa ating Pangulo. Tingin niyo po ba ang number one qualifications po ninyo, Colonel Leonardo, kaya po kayo na-appoint sa posisyon na yan, dahil po yung closest din po sa dating Pangulo?
Possibly, Mr. Chair. Pero hindi po ako ganun ka-close sa Pangulo, Mr. Chair.
Okay po. May utang ng loob po ba sa inyo ang ating former president?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
May nagawa po ba kayong mga pabor sa ating dating Pangulo para i-appoint kayo sa posisyon na yan?
Maliban po sa paglilingkod ko bilang CIDG sa Davao City, Mr. Chair, yun lang po ang natatandaan ko at hindi naman sa tingin ko ay pabor yun, kundi yun ay tungkulin ko lamang po. Gamba ng mabuti yung tungkulin, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Leonardo, ano po ang tingin ninyo sa mga programa ng ating dating Pangulo? Kung ano yung mga nagawa niya sa Davao, kung ano yung nagawa niya sa ating bansa, ano po ang tingin ninyo sa totality ng kanyang mga naging programa?
Ito ay general opinion lang po ang may bibigay. Noong 2016 po, o prior 2016 po, napakagulo ng sitwasyon sa buong Pilipinas when it comes to drugs, Mr. Chair. Talaga pong kahit kaming mga pulis po ako noon, nakita ko po halos hindi na po namin pansinin yung mga gumagamit ng droga na maliliit lamang. Dahil ang dami pang dapat na unahin, yung pong mga pushers and mga drug lords noong mga panahon po na yon. Kaya naniniwala ako na, I believe, no, doon po sa war on drugs ni PRRD, dahil talaga naman pong napakinabangan ng buong Pilipinas, dahil gumanda naman po yung naging tahimik po, somehow. Compared doon sa 2022, wala na pong drugs. Wala na po halos. Yun po ang masasabi ko, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po, Colonel Leonardo. Meron po ba kayong katungkulin sa naging laban on war on drugs ng previous administration?
Mula po nung ako'y CIDG, ay nanunong ko lang bilang CIDG ay marami po akong mga operation na nasamahan sa anti-illegal drugs po, Mr. Chair, na nagtagumpay naman po.
Yung ilan po ba rito, kasama ni po ninyo si Colonel Rina Garma?
Wala po akong matanda na kasama. Maaring meron po, Mr. Kasi na-assign din po siya ng Davao City. Maaari po. Kasi po marami po kaming sa Davao City po, ang approach namin, lahat po ng agency ay kasali. Kasali po yung PIDEA, kasali po yung even yung other law enforcement agency, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, maaari po nating sabihin na talagang sinusuportahan po ninyo yung war on drugs ng ating dating presidente.
Personal po, sinusuportahan ko po, Mr. Chair.
Yung war on drugs po ng previous administration, maaari niyo po bang i-describe kung ano po yung mga proseso ng war on drugs ng nakarang administrasyon? Ano yung kanyang mga components?
Kung mag-start po 2016, dahil ako po ay 2016 CIDG na po ako meron pong order sa amin na ang CIDG will refrain from hindi ko lang po sure kung kailan lumabas po yung na kami po hindi na po pwedeng mag-operate ng against anti-illegal drugs. Ang role namin doon po sa war on drugs na yon ay yung mga financial investigation po. Yun po kami tinraining, kaming lahat po ng mga regional chief during that time po, Mr. Chair.
Pakiulit po, financial, ano po?
Financial investigation po sa mga suspects sa sa mga personalities involved po sa illegal drugs, Mr. Chair.
So, ibig sabihin po, ang ino-operate po ninyo, yung mga malalaking tao?
Basta investigation po ng kanilang financial nung mga personality na covered po ng investigation ng region para, on my part, Mr. Chair.
At kasama niyo po rito si Colonel Rowena Garma.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair, kasi 2016 hindi na po kami magkasama. 2016 po yung binabanggit ko, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So, 2016 and beyond, hindi na kayo nagsama ni Colonel Rowena Garma. Sa kahit anong operation, hindi kayo nag-usap?
Hindi na po, Mr. Chair. Hindi po. Kasi Region 11 lang po ako for the whole time that I was the regional chief po ng CIDG 11. Never I engaged dun sa outside the operations po ng CIDG 11.
Hindi po ba na kayo po ni Colonel Rowena Garma ang talagang pinagkakatiwalaan po ng ating presidente, lalong-lalo na po sa operation, no, ng war on drugs?
Actually, parang sa Davao po siguro, maaaring masabi ko sa Davao. Marami po kasing hindi ko po masabi, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po sa part po ng presidente nung araw kung talaga po bang nagtitiwala siya sa akin. Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chair.
Nagtitiwala po ang ating Pangulo sa inyo kasi inappoint niya po kayo ng USEC, ng Department of Environment and Natural Resources, kahit po wala po kayong background regarding dun sa DNR. Malayo po kasi nagtapos po kayo sa PNPA, tama po ba? PNPA,
tama po, Mr. Chair.
Military, yan po ang background ninyo. Pero kahit na po kayo kapos sa kaalaman sa DNR, na-appoint po kayo ng ating Pangulo. So, it shows lang na talagang malapit kayo sa dating Pangulong Rodrigo Duterte.
Maaari po, Mr. Chair.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, can I just interject? Yes, an interjection lang from what...
Is this related to the question?
Yes,
about
it's related.
Okay, please proceed.
Colonel Leonardo, Colonel, General, ano pong posisyon ng nakamit po ninyo?
Sa ngayon po, Mr. Chair, Commissioner po ako ng National
Hanggang
Police
hanggang ngayon?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Active pa rin po kayo?
Active pa po, Mr. Chair.
Kailan po kayo na-appoint bilang USEC ng DNR?
February 2022, Mr. Chair.
February 2020?
22, Mr. Chair.
22?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Okay. At nung sinusundan ko po yung interpellation ng aking tokayo, Congressman Jay Kong Hoon, ang hinawakan niyo pong posisyon po doon ay in charge of biodiversity, correct?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Would you consider the Philippines as one of the most biodiverse countries in the world?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ang ilan po yung Pilipinas?
Hindi lang po ako sure kung pangilan, Mr. Chair.
Pampito. Matanong ko lang, Colonel Leonardo, gaano katagal niyo pong hinawakan yung posisyon sa DNR?
Yung BMB po, I think, kung di po ako nagkakamali, ilang buwan lang po, parang OIC lang po ako doon kasi po, parang napalitan o nalipat o napalitan po yung BMB director po nung time na yun, Mr. Chair.
So would you know why napakaikli lang po yung panahon? I used to work in the DNR, by the way, just to let you know.
Opo, Mr. Chair. Maikli lang po. Actually, sinabihan lang po ako bigla na hawakan mo muna hanggang sa...
Sino ang nagsabi sa iyo na hawakan mo muna?
Ano po, former DNR Secretary Simato, Mr. Chair.
Okay. And former Secretary Simatu is AFP, correct?
Correct po, Mr. Chair.
Tapos kayo ay
PNP po, Mr.
PNP.
Chair.
Oo. So, ano naman po kaya ang nag-udyok kay Secretary Simatu para sabihan kayo na hawakan mo muna? At kung bakit kayo? I mean, sa sobrang daming Pilipino na nabubuhay, na kwalipikado, bakit kayo?
Yun po ang pagkakalam ko habang wala pa lang pong napipili. Yun po ang pagkakalam ko.
At kayo ang napili, pansamantala na italaga muna na USEC.
Hindi po yun na USEC position. Yun po ay director position po yung BMB.
Pakiulit lang po, ulit.
Yung pong Biodiversity Management Bureau, director...
Sandali nyo lang nahawakan yung
Sandali
bureau.
lang po.
Kaso lang yung pagiging USEC,
yung USEC po, 1 year and 7 months po akong USEC.
1 year and 7 months kayong nailagay doon. Okay. So 1 year and 7 months po na naitalaga po kayong pagka-USEC, it started when? What year?
September 2020, Mr. Chair.
September
2020 po.
2020.
Opo.
So kung 1 year and 7, sabi nyo 1 year and ilang months?
7 months, I think, Mr. Chair.
Pagkatapos po nun, na-appoint na kayong...
Napolcom na po, Mr. Chair.
Napolcom. So napakaganda naman po ng career path ninyo, no? 'Di ba? USEC, tapos biglang nailagay kayo sa Napolcom position. Would you agree with me when I say that?
Hindi naman po bedo process itong aking posisyon, Mr. Chair.
You
Except
don't
to
agree with me when I say that
maganda na rin po, Mr. Chair. I would,
swerte din, di ba?
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Kasi isipin ninyo, USEC kayo, tapos ngayon Napolcom. Kasi lang ang tanong ko, bakit kayo naalis na pagka-USEC?
Dahil po ako yung na-appoint na po as Napolcom, Mr. Chair.
Hindi. Bakit po kayo nawala sa pagka-USEC ng DNR?
Dahil nga po na-appoint po ako noong February 2022.
There wasn't anything that happened in the department that may have caused your early exit from the DNR?
Wala po, Mr. Chair.
So, anyway, Mr. Chair, the reason why I wanted to stress that point is because similar to what Congressman Jay Kong Hoon has mentioned, it seems that the career paths of our two resource persons seem to be parallel. Of course, coming from the same place, having the same friends, and upon retirement, finding plum positions where they benefit from. So, matanong ko lang din, kasi mukhang parehas po yung career path po na tinatahak ninyong dalawa, Colonel Leonardo at GM Garma. Ano po ang pakiramdam ninyo na parehas din po yata kayong na pasama sa ICC investigation?
Malungkot din po kasi ba't minasali po doon sa ICC?
Okay. So, hindi nyo po alam kung bakit?
Hindi po alam.
No further questions, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Suarez. The next to interpolate is Congressman Keith Flores. You are recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I just have a few questions for Commissioner Leonardo, Mr. Chair.
Please proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Commissioner Leonardo, I was absent in the first two hearings, and one of those hearings you were already invited here to this committee. Tama ba?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Yeah, and before coming over, nagbasa muna ako. I was looking for materials about you, and one of which na nakita ko is an article in 2017. No? It's an online article, and the title is Duterte controls Davao Death Squad-style drug war through crony cops Leonardo and Garma. Yan po yung nabasa ko na na article. And what can you say about that article, Commissioner Leonardo?
Hindi ko po nabasa, Mr.
Hindi mo
Chair.
nabasa.
Hindi ko po alam.
Well, anyway, the article is based on the complaint filed before the ICC, naming you as one of the respondents. Na kayo raw po ang nag-implement ng DDS style na drug war ng former President Duterte. What can you say about that, Commissioner Leonardo?
Hindi po totoo yun, Mr. Chair.
Hindi totoo. So, hindi totoo na DDS style ang pagdadala ng drug war, or yung activities nyo against in the drug war is related to DDS style na pag-implement?
Hindi po.
Wala kang kinalaman sa drug war?
Wala po.
Wala.
Yung pong sa financial investigation lang.
Sa financial investigation
As a regional chief, as a member of CIDG, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, would you consider the tag as heading the drug war in the DDS style offensive for you as a police officer that time? Sa tingin mo bang insulto yun na sabihin na DDS style yung ginagawa for the drug war?
Sa tingin ko po, mali po yun. Kasi yung mga polis, nagtatrabaho lang po noon. Kung same lang po noong 2015, 2014, 2012, 2011. Tatrabaho na po ako noon. Natatanda ko, marami rin po kami mga trabaho.
Kasi yung DDS style ng drug war na sinasabi nila is similar to or identical with na yung sinasabing claims na extrajudicial killings. Tama po ba? Associated siya. DDS, EJK, parang ganon. Ang one and the same ang term.
Narinig ko po ganon ang perception
diba?
nila, Mr. Chair.
So, kilala mo ba si Edgar Matubato, Commissioner Leonardo?
Personally, hindi po.
But you've heard of him?
Nakita ko po sa TV.
Nakita mo
Napanood
sa
ko po
TV that he confessed that he was one of the gunmans for DDS. Tama ba?
Yeah, napanood ko po.
Napanood mo.
Sinasabi po niya yun.
And siya din ang nagsabi na kayo daw ni Garma yung nagma-micromanage on how the DDS or the drug war is to be conducted.
Hindi po totoo yun, Mr. Chair.
Hindi totoo. So, hindi naman totoo na sinasabi ng ibang tao na because of your management style of how the drug war was conducted, you are close to the former President Rodrigo Roa Duterte. Tama po?
Actually, lahat naman po ng police officers sa Davao City ay close po kay pag nasa ka po ng Davao City, kasali po kayo sa mga meeting with the former Mayor Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
Because Duterte was also very active when it comes to the handling of the police officers in Davao City as mayor. Di ba? Tama po?
Tama po, Mr. Chair.
Yeah.
Pati po armed forces, kasama
Pati
po
armed
namin
forces.
during
In your
mga
meetings, di ba?
po.
So, sabay mga AFP, PNP. Kaya malapit siya with these people.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Okay. So sa dami ng officers sa Davao City, ilan yung na-appoint as undersecretary? Ilan din?
Marami po.
Marami din.
Bago po kami, marami po eh. Marami pong, hindi ko lang po
Sobra 10 ba? More than 5?
I'm not sure of the number, Mr. Chair. Pero meron lang po akong mga ilan na alam na naging USEC. Po,
Okay, but you're one of those. Tama mo?
yes, I'm one of those.
Yes,
Mr.
you're
Chair.
one of the lucky few officers close to Duterte who was appointed as an undersecretary of a department.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Yes. Now, do you know SPO4 Arthur Las Cañas?
Opo, kilala ko po siya, Mr. Chair.
Kilala mo?
Police po sa Davao, Mr. Chair.
Yes. So you knew him before the president became, the mayor became president.
Pakiulit po, Mr. Chair.
Nakilala mo si SPO4 Art Las Cañas before naging presidente si Mayor Duterte.
Opo, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, I also lived in Davao, no? Pero did Art Las Cañas have the reputation of being close to Duterte also?
I think so, Mr. Chair.
Oh, you think so or you know so? Alam
I
mo
think
lahat
so,
ng mga
hindi-
pulis dun eh, na
Naririnig ko lang po, Mr. Chair.
naririnig mo
Apo.
rin. Na, How about you, Colonel Garma? Tanong lang, no? Yeah, side question lang to sa iyo. Do you know Art Las Cañas?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you know also his reputation as being close to the president before the president became president, while he was still mayor of Davao City?
I'm not very familiar kung close sila or what.
You're not. So you're
Mr.
not
Chair.
familiar with the heinous crime section unit?
I am familiar, Mr. Chair.
And who was heading that unit?
I cannot recall anymore, Mr. Chair. That was
Art Las Cañas
long
wasn't
time
part
ago.
of that?
I'm not sure,
You're
Mr.
not sure.
Chair.
But you were in Davao during that time, correct?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Okay. Leonardo. So Art Las Cañas also mentioned na ito nga, yung drug war was conducted in a very similar way dun sa sabi nilang DDS at the time when the mayor was still mayor of Davao City. Yun ang sinasabi niya in his interviews and in his testimony before the Senate before. Narinig niyo po ba?
Narinig po sinasabi niya, Mr. Chair.
Na yung mga nasa lista daw ay either eliminated or killed or forever disappears. Na nag-testify siyang parang ganon. Narinig niyo po ba?
Narinig ko po na sinasabi niya, Mr. Chair.
Ni Art Las Cañas. Sa tingin niyo po, in your personal opinion, may involvement ba si Art Las Cañas sa DDS na sinasabi niya?
Hindi ko po alam, Mr. Chair.
Okay, now as
Narinig ko lang
CIDG,
po sinabi niya.
as CIDG chief na sa Region 11, can you say for a fact na walang DDS na grupo na nag-ooperate in Davao City?
During my time, 2016, wala po akong na...
How about prior to that?
witness,
Have you heard na merong ganun?
Meron lang ako naririnig kasi may investigation po nung mga previous years po, prior to 2016, Mr. Chair.
Now, yung position mo as USEC sa DENR, is it, may security of tenure ba yun?
Wala po, Mr. Coterminous.
So, coterminous ka.
Hindi po siya plantilyada, Mr. Chair.
Do you think that's why you were appointed sa Napolcom because it is a more secured position? Because it's a fixed-term position?
Possibly, Mr. Chair.
Possibly. Now, how would you react to the statement ba na you are a police officer who has been accused? In fact, may mga articles nga na you were the one running the DDS-style drug war, and yet you end up being appointed as Commissioner of the National Police Commission. What would be your reaction to that statement? Meaning, police ka na not free from issues on extrajudicial killings, police ka na not free from allegations of involvement in the killings that took place against drug personalities or something like that, no? In fact, I heard na you were the one responsible for making the narco list. Yun ang nabalitaan ko eh. So, these are issues, I'm sure you will deny that, no? Pero these are issues that have been hounding you. Yet you were appointed as Commissioner for Napolcom. Don't you find that odd? Don't you find that strange? Commissioner Leonardo?
Hindi naman po, Mr. Chair. Qualified naman po ako bilang Napolcom Commissioner, Mr. Chair.
Qualified, as you say, but is it free from insinuations of wrongdoing as a police officer?
Again po, Mr. Chair. Hindi ko po
Sabi ko,
na-gets.
qualified ka nga siguro, but are you free from insinuations of wrongdoings as a police officer? Based on the article and yung mga naririnig na mga kwento-kwento about your participation or your role?
Mga insinuation po niya, mga opinion po nila yan, Mr. Chair. Wala po akong masasabi tungkol doon.
But no case was filed against you naman?
Wala po.
In relation to the insinuations?
Wala naman
Wala
po,
naman.
Mr. Chair.
Okay. Now, Colonel Garma, you were appointed as OIC Cebu Police Chief in the year 2018 na po ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
2018. Now, prior to your stint as OIC Police Chief in Cebu City, who was the Police Chief of Cebu City?
Sir, Colonel Doria, Mr. Chair.
Colonel Doria.
Your Honor.
Now, there are allegations kasi that when you took over as Police Chief of Davao City, doon umakyat yung patayan sa Cebu City in relation to the drug war. What can you say to that?
Mr. Chair, during my stint, I intensified police operation po. 24/7 po ang patrol ko in those area na identified na drug den.
Okay.
So, since po na more aggressive po yung patrol, marami po kaming nahuhuli at na-aaresto po
At
na involved sa drugs po.
How about the deaths
And-
po? My question is related to the deaths that occurred.
I cannot recall, Mr. Chair, kung may mga deaths during police operation, but definitely I'm sure kung mayroon pong mga ganun sitwasyon, ay nasunod lang po yung rules of engagement
Okay,
of
question.
self-defense po.
The drug war started in the year 2016. Tama po ba? 2016, when President Duterte took over.
Yes, Your Honor.
So there was a year and a half siguro na iba pa yung Chief of Police sa Cebu when the drug war started. Before you took over, 2018 ka na eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So now, if we are to compare the number of deaths sa Chief of Police na pinalitan mo at saka sa term mo, who do you think had more deaths? You or yung pinalitan mo?
Mr. Chair, during my time,
It's a categorical question naman. Sino mas maraming patay?
Mr. Chair, it depends sa performance ng city director. If I
I'm
want,
just asking you po,
I cannot...
ilan ang namatay? Saan mas marami namatay?
I-
In your term, let me
Yeah,
finish
yes,
my question
sir.
po. Was it during your term as the Chief of Police of Cebu City or was it during the other guy whom you replaced?
I cannot answer it, Mr. Chair, because I don't have the statistics.
Okay. So if we've secured the statistics and show it to you, na sa panahon mo, sobrang daming namatay sa Cebu. That's one of the reasons why Mayor Tommy Osmeña was complaining about you. How would you react to that?
I think Mayor Osmeña is just being personal to me, Mr. Chair.
Being personal. Mr. Chair, I think it's important, Mr. Chair, that we also invite the former Mayor Tommy Osmeña to testify before this committee as far as Colonel Garma is concerned, Mr. Chair. I so move, Mr. Chair.